Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be discussing the IELTS Speaking Part 2 section. This section is also known as the IELTS cue card question. So in this particular part, the examiner will be giving you a topic and you must speak on this given topic for a full 2 minutes, guys. So I have come up with a technique that has helped thousands of my students pass the IELTS Speaking Part 2 section with flying numbers. If you want to know about this important technique you can use that I guarantee will help you score a high band, then continue watching because I really want to share this information with you. Just a little bit about myself. My name is Miss Wafa and I'm a certified English teacher in Canada. I've helped coach students in the IELTS exam for the past 7 years, so I decided to start this YouTube channel to help you on your IELTS journey. Before we talk about part 2 of the IELTS speaking section, let me just give you a little overview on the IELTS speaking section in general. So the IELTS speaking section has 3 particular parts. In the first section, you will be asked basic questions about yourself, your family size, your housing situation, if you are a student or employed, and a few other questions maybe about your hobbies, what you like to do on weekends. But in today's video, we will only be covering IELTS Speaking Part 2. So if you want to know about IELTS Speaking Part 1, then continue watching because I have linked another video that will prepare you for IELTS Speaking Part 1. So let's get to IELTS Speaking Part 2. And IELTS Speaking Part 2, like I said, so the examiner will give you 1 minute to prepare your answer to speak for a full 2 minutes. So it is very essential that you use this 1 minute very wisely to figure out how you are going to discuss the topic the examiner is looking for. And last but not least, part 3 of the IELTS speaking section is pretty much an informal discussion between you and the examiner where he will be asking you questions related to the same topic of part 2. So if you want to know more about how to prepare your answers for part 3 and what to expect in part 3 section, then check out my description box down below because I have all that information of part 1 and part 3 that you may be looking further in. So guys, let's get right into the video and discussing what exactly is the most important technique that you need to practice and you need to become better in part 2 to score a high band. So I have always recommended my students to become an expert in brainstorming and outlining your answer and how you are going to discuss your answer to the examiner. So guys, like I said, this 1 minute of preparing your answer is very important. You need to use your time wisely and you need to have a particular method of how you are going to prepare your answer. So I am going to break down how your outline should look and how exactly you should go about to make sure that you are going to answer every single question the examiner is looking for. So guys, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step process of how you can become better in outlining and what I recommend you to do to prepare your outline. So for the sake of this video, this is going to be our example question that we are going to break down on how to outline. And once again, outlining is brainstorming your ideas of what you're going to discuss in that 1 minute the examiner is going to give you to prepare your answer. So for the sake of this video, the particular question we are going to look at is describe a present or gift someone gave you that you really liked. So you should say what kind of present it was, who gave it to you, and why you were given it. So when we look at this particular question, so there are 4 questions the examiner is looking for. So let's break down these questions and see what the 4 questions are in general. So the first question the examiner is looking for is for you to describe a present or gift someone gave you that you really liked. Question 2 the examiner is looking for is what kind of present it was. And question 3 the examiner is looking for who gave it to you. So he wants you to talk about who gave it to you. Question 4 of this particular cue card question is why you were given it. So guys, I have broken down this question into 4 questions the examiner is looking for. So let's see how exactly we are going to outline this particular question. So guys, these are the rules you need to follow for your outline when you are preparing your answer. So the first, when you are preparing your outline, this is exactly how your outline should look. For the first question we are going to answer is you need to jot down a maximum of 3 ideas you will discuss and only have about 3 to 5 words for the first question. For the second question, you need to jot down a maximum of 3 ideas you will discuss and only have 3 to 5 words for each main idea you're going to discuss. For the third question, you are going to jot down a maximum of 3 ideas you will discuss once again, and like I said, 3 to 5 words maximum. Because you only have 1 minute, I highly recommend that you try to write the least words just so you get an idea and you remember what you need to cover in your answer. And you need to make sure you speak for a full 2 minutes. The examiner is looking for your expertise of how you speak English and how you're able to articulate these answers for a full 2 minutes. And the fourth question, you need to jot down a maximum of 3 ideas you will discuss. And once again, you should try to aim for 3 to 5 words for each idea you are going to discuss. And then your conclusion for your outline, you should write a few words of how you are going to close this particular conversation so the examiner knows that you are right on time. So guys, if you're confused, don't worry. I have, once again, this is a step-by-step guide on how to outline your cue card answer so you can score a high band. I really want to help you all succeed in the IELTS speaking section. So the next step is an example of how your outline should look. For the sake of this video, I have wrote down the questions again and what exactly we need to include in our outline because the examiner will be looking for that in your answer. So let's have a look again. So question 1 was describing a present or gift someone gave you. Question 2 was what kind of present it was. Question 3 was who gave it to you. And question 4 was about why you were given it. So for the outline, as I mentioned earlier, you should write 3 to 5 points for each section, for each question you are going to answer. 3 to 5 ideas you are going to discuss. So let's look at the breakdown. For question 1, I wrote that for describing a present or gift someone gave me, I wrote I received the most precious gift I cherish. It was very memorable and handmade. So if you see this outline, I just wrote very quick point form so you have an idea of what you are going to discuss when the examiner asks you to start talking. So for question 2, I said for what kind of present I received, I said I was given a bunch of drawings that were made during my son's art lessons. These were laminated. for the third question I need to answer is, who gave it to you? I wrote point forms that my 7-year-old son gave it to me, and he made his dad take it to laminate the book, and he wrote a letter. And then question 4 is why you were given it. In question 4, I said that I was given it because it was a gift for my anniversary, and I was surprised and left on bed. Let's look at the exact answer that I will be giving to the examiner that will allow me to talk for a full 2 minutes. So once again, guys, if you liked my video, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel because I put out content every Friday on the different parts of the IELTS exam. And if you get a minute, check out my website at eslwords.com because I have wrote lots of different articles on the different sections of the IELTS exam that include tips and tricks to help you throughout your exam. And don't forget to check out my videos above that will give you sample questions and answers for what to expect in IELTS Speaking Part 2 section, and another video on IELTS Speaking Part 3 section.